This party's over.
Take a seat.
Get it.
We would be honored if you would join us.
Hey everyone, and welcome to today's new Vader comic. It's been just about a month now since we had the last one, and I can't wait to cover today's new episode. It's not that action-packed, so I'll be explaining more than acting it out for this one, but it reveals something that the last issue built up very nicely for us. If you haven't seen yesterday's fanfiction, check it out as there's a lightsaber giveaway inside, so enter here if you want, as I'll count both comment threads. Today's comic picks right up where the last one ended, which was where Vader led the Inquisitors on Mon Cala to basically invade the planet and find the Jedi he was sent to capture, or kill, that we saw in the last episode, who knows that he is Anakin Skywalker. Today's begins with Vader's men and the Empire annihilating the Mon Cala army after the Imperial ship was destroyed upon its return to Tarkin's starship, orbiting above. As they clear the landing platform, Vader leads them up, where he assures them that the king is still around.
No disrespect, Lord Vader, but that's assuming the King's even still up there. He probably evacuated the minute the Empire landed an entire battalion on this rock.
No, 10th brother. He remains. I am certain of it.
As Vader tells him that he is familiar with the King, we see him explain the next few things as we see what looks like some very familiar faces from the Clone Wars. As the King reveals that the battle above sea is merely a decoy for the planet's civilians to evacuate underwater and be safe, he realizes that there are two options out of this, and the first that he'll try will shed no further blood at all. Above the planet, we have Tarkin, who commands the King through a hologram interaction to stand down and let the Empire continue their investigation, where King Li Char tells them that any invasion is a breach of the treaty and they will be forced to uphold aggressive defenses. Tarkin basically does what Tarkin does best here, and ends the channel by commanding the King to stand down and ending the transmission. As we go to the mysterious Jedi Master, we see him say the name Skywalker underneath his hooded cloak as he is surrounded by what seems to be friends, where he looks at a surveillance monitor observing Vader and the Inquisitors just slicing through those native to the planet. As he removes his hood, he is revealed as Jedi Master Bar. Now, Master Bar seems to be an Iktochi, and if I'm correct, that is actually the same species that Sazy Tin is from, which we saw him get annihilated by the Senate. As he asks his droid to project a hologram of a file I assumed is centered around Anakin and Order 66, up comes young Skywalker as he trains in the Jedi Temple as a young boy.
Skywalker was the greatest Jedi of his generation, accepted into the temple for training at an age later than any before. I knew him, even sparred with him a few times. He was magnificent. Some of the Jedi Council believed he was sent to bring balance to the Force, to end darkness once and for all. Even the great Obi-Wan Kenobi thought so. They were wrong. This is an image from a Coruscant Security Force holocam stationed above the Temple District on the night of the Jedi Purge. Most of the files were erased, but I found a slicer who pulled this off a backup archive. I've been studying the Purge, trying to understand how we could lose so completely, so quickly. I learned about Order 66, poor deluded Dooku, just how deep it went. But still, we should have been able to foresee our doom. We were peering outward when we should have been looking at ourselves. At him! Palpatine's clones did their part, but the rest he killed. Even the younglings. He hasn't stopped either. He hunts the few survivors alongside his Inquisitors, more former Jedi, traitors. Darkness was everywhere inside us, like a cancer, and we just couldn't see it. Skywalker's betrayal did not come without cost. He is dark now, inside and out. He calls himself Darth Vader. But the sins of Anakin Skywalker remain the sins of Vader. Even the power of the dark side cannot erase the past.
The Jedi must be avenged, Master Bar. Send us to destroy this Vader.
As easy as that, Reb. Vader is the most dangerous man alive, and his Inquisitors are nearly as bad. I have another plan. If it succeeds, the Jedi will be avenged, the galaxy rid of Vader and his spawn, and great steps taken toward ending the Empire.
How?
Well, that all depends on the King.
As Master Bar tells the King to trust his vision of the evil that the Empire shall turn into, he agrees to the plan and ends transmission. As he looks behind him and sees Vader and the Inquisitors when he's slammed against the stone wall by the dark side of the Force.
Ninth sister, do your work.
As the Ninth Sister interrogates the King's mind to reveal the location of the Jedi Master, which seems like the same kind of attack Kylo Ren uses on Poe and Rey, we see them all look up as massive waves from the native whales create a seismic tsunami, where Vader orders the Inquisitor to put up a Force shield. When they can't hold it off, he steps in and uses all of his rage to hold the wave back. But alas, it's far too big and heavy and engulfs the entire surface of the planet, Vader included, into the stormy seas of the abyss. As Tarkin informs the commander that Mon Cala hasn't been destroyed at all, as all of their infrastructure is below seas to begin with, he moves to ask whether any word from Lord Vader has been heard, as the Imperial tells him
He's not responding.
There we have it, guys, as Vader drowns to the depths of the ocean, his heavy suit doing anything from helping him swim to the surface. We can only wonder what he'll be doing down there, as the cover of the next issue looks like this. So clearly, his suit, as we know, is capable of sustaining his breathing through all elements, including space, so it saves him in these scenarios. However, what he's going to do from here, I guess we'll find out. I'm kind of annoyed they keep bringing Jedi Masters that we don't really care about. I just want them to bring Mace Windu into the scene, which, let's say, if I were to make a Vader fan film someday, then that's who I'd want Vader to fight in cold-blooded rage, and vice versa. I hope you all have a fantastic day, and I will see you all in the next episode of Star Wars Theory. Until then, my fellow Jedi and Sith friends, remember,
The Force will be with you always.